Alright guys, so we got an interesting one for you today. We have I can't remember what year it is. I'll get you that in a second. I believe it's a 16 or something like that, Volkswagen Jetta. So for these, I like to use xhorse remotes. They have worked out pretty well for me in the past. These are the newer updated Volkswagen style keys. The B5 I think they call them, where the chip is actually a part of the board instead of having to add a chip to it. So there's the chip and the transponder. I'll put a new battery in here because this is an older battery. So on the old style, you used to have to like glue the chip to it or just kind of throw it in there. I didn't like doing that, so it's nice that they came out with these where the chip is a part of it. I think even the newer ones that aren't the B5s are still the same way. I'm not 100%, but these are really nice. They work pretty well. We're going to generate the fob and then generate the chip right after that, or copy the chip, which works out pretty well with these half the time. So I'll show you all the steps for that. Alright guys, so we're going to generate the remote for this car with our xhorse Super Volkswagen style. Alright, so we're going to go to cloud recognition, and we're going to hit the lock button a couple times. It's going to pick up this key frequency and hopefully give us the right key to generate here. Volkswagen. This is a Jetta. So we got, it's not an MQB, so it's going to be this guy right here, which we can verify on the side of the key. Yeah, 180T, 180T. So we're going to generate that. Alright, so this is a super remote, like it says. So if you did the chip generation prior, you're going to have to redo it after. So you want to do this first. You're going to want to make the generate the remote first, and then go do the cloning of the chip. So we're going to make the remote first. That's complete. So now we're going to go do the key copy. We're going to go to transponder clone. We're going to read transponder. It's a 48 clonable Volkswagen. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit the clone button, start clone. We're going to have to go to the car and get the data from the ignition after putting the key in. It's going to pick it up and clone this chip for us. So we're going to put this up to the ignition here. We're going to put the antenna, which is this guy, right up to it. We're going to turn the key on. It's going to want us to do that 8 times. Pull the key out, put it back in, and do that 8 times, on and off. Pull it out. Sometimes it doesn't pick it up. Just got to do that 8 times. And we're going to put the key back in. You have to have Wi-Fi for this, so if you don't have it on your truck or in your vehicle or wherever it is, you could just use your phone's hotspot. That's what I did for a while, and it would work. Just depends on where you're at, if it'll work or not. And it's just going to calculate everything for us, and then we're going to put this puppy right in there. It's doing its calculations. Sometimes this fails the first time. Hopefully it won't. Alright, looks like it didn't. So we're going to put this key in. Should pick up the clonable chip. and that should be copied right over. So we'll see how that went. Alright guys, just a quick side note, for anybody that's looking at getting this xhorse key reader, for the first couple of years that I was doing this stuff, I did not have this, and what a game changer it has been for me. I know a lot of people don't really like it. I, on the other hand, though it's kind of somewhat annoying to use sometimes, I actually love it. It makes the job a lot quicker, hell of a lot quicker, especially on high securities like this where it has to trace both sides, and sometimes you get the debris and the crud in here that you have to get out, and sometimes it'll actually get caught and break your probe. So it just saves me a lot of time with not having to clean these as well. I mean, you still have to clean them, but you don't have to use any type of like solvent or anything like that to clean them really. And it picks everything up really well. You just have to make sure you get the key type right in the machine. But I absolutely love it. It saves so much time. It picks it up really, really well. It's very accurate. It works on pretty much every type of key. And you can just put your new blade in there, put your old key in there. You don't have to swap anything out. You just go through, connect it via Bluetooth, and it works phenomenal. I've only had an issue with it like once or twice. And it was probably my fault, honestly. So, you know, it's a really great tool. I use it all the time. It speeds up the process. And, you know, if you were thinking about getting one, I would totally get one. When they go on sale, I think they're only a couple $100. And it's a really nice addition to the Dolphin. So, yeah, there's that. Really nice side note, guys, with these xhorse keys. Oh, that's loud. With these xhorse keys, the blade is actually a separate piece from the fob when you're generating and everything. So what's really nice about it is you can get in here. The chip is already programmed, so the car should start right away after we did the copy of the chip. So we shouldn't have to do any programming on the immobilizer side. It should just start right up afterwards, and all you have to do is program the fob. So while that key is cutting, I can program the fob, get everything programmed remote side wise, and put the key together afterwards, and everything should work. The fob will work because we just programmed it. The car should start because the chip was generated and copied from the original key. So everything will work right after we're done with this, and you save a whole lot of time with the programming side of things, because you don't have to program, you just had to copy it before. So another really nice thing about the xhorse keys. Alright guys, so we're going to learn this remote real quick. We generated it with the xhorse key, or xhorse tool. So now we're going to go to learn. So we got the original and the new one, so that's 2. We're going to put 2 in there. We start off with the original, hit the lock button. See how I went to 1. And the secondary one went to 2. Remote control learning successful. I'm going to try them out. There we go. Takes a couple tries. And we're good to go. We got the fob learned on both of these. They're both working. So now we're going to go back to our cut blade. We're going to insert it into the new key and make sure that the car starts. Alright guys, so we put our pin through here to secure the blade to it, made sure that the key cutting worked and the key actually worked in the ignition prior to putting this together. And now we're just going to go over to the car and make sure that it starts, make sure that the generation of the chip, the copying of the chip actually worked properly. So we're going to put it in here. And it looks like everything's good to go. Car starts. And make sure the fob still works. Yep, fob still works. Trunk button works. And that is it, guys. We got a brand new xhorse Volkswagen style remote key. And it says xhorse on there, but guess what we're gonna do? We're going to pull this puppy off. We're gonna put one of our logos on here. it right in. You can get these guys off of, I think I got them off of UHS Hardware. Now it's got our logo on it. And our key tag. Can't forget one of those. Put the key tag on, and we just made $200. So we're all set. Thanks for watching, guys.